Hey everybody, Tambiota here, and this is the Daily Review. So today we have Power of the Primes Skrapnel. This is legend size Skrapnel. Apparently they couldn't get copyrights to his name, so once again they still called him Skrapnel. So this is another re-release of this figure. Just in case you weren't able to get him, what, 3 or 4 years ago? I don't know. It seemed like they were releasing an Insecticon each different campaign or different not really wave of figures, but campaign thing. So this is Power of the Primes here. He originally was I think released 5 years ago. I don't know. He came with a little extra figure. Well, he doesn't come with that figure here. So basically what you get here is what you see. Just a quick reminder, this figure review will be broken up in 2 days. So today we'll just be strictly checking out the figure, and tomorrow we'll have the transformation. So if you need to know how to transform him, check out tomorrow's video. So the packaging here, you can see already, is his alt mode, his mode right here, and we have some pictures of him. And in the back, basically the same thing again. We have pictures of him in both modes. It says it takes 10 steps to transform him. Here's his little quick bio. And since he was a previously released figure, he's not a new figure. He doesn't have any type of ability to hold a Prime Master or a Titan Master, so there's no gimmick in with that. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and get this figure open so we can check him out. All right, so we're back, and here we have Skrapnel out of his packaging and in his alt mode. So this is his Stag Beetle mode. He has instructions that come along with him. They are folded up really small, really super small. But here are the instructions. They are not long at all. Beachcomber's was his instructions were way larger than this one. So. And then you have his little picture card here. And this is the back. So he was, this card he's teamed up with Prima. I don't know which one that's supposed to be. So, oh well, we'll figure it out later. So, kind of as I had stated before, he was a figure that was previously released. And so he doesn't have an official compartment or whatever for a Prime Master to actually ride on him. Now there is something else you could kind of do, where you could take one of the Prime Masters and you could turn him into, let's say, a weapon, and he has a peg on his back that you can actually peg that weapon into. Alright, so we have a Prime Master here. I know that he's kind of a melee weapon. He's kind of the closest color that we have to matching him. I know this is kind of pink and he is a purple color. So, see, you can take and put him on top and he could be a weapon. So you have get this guy together and you could capture somebody, and then you could just kind of wail on him with with the claw weapon, maybe. I don't really know. Or you could just take one of the guns and you could put him on there. But so in this mode, he doesn't really have a lot of articulation. It looks like he has legs, but there's no articulation in with these legs. And I'm not really sure about the color scheme on this guy. I think there's probably a little bit of a different color. I never had the original Skrapnel. The only time I was ever able to get a hold of one of these molds was in one of the BotCon sets. They had a repaint of him. and I was able to get a hold of that. So it's the only time I've ever been able to mess around with this mold. So, like I was saying, there's not much in forms of articulation in with this guy, except for with the horns. Maybe you can go like that, and that's about it. The only issue that I see really with mine here is I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, there you go. It is scratched up bad, and that was straight out of the packaging. I don't know why it's scratched up like that. I'll probably have to go and wet sand it a little bit with some really high grit. I think I have some 1000 grit sandpaper with me right now that I was using for Gundam. So I might go over him with that in a little while. See if that helps with that. All right, so, well, let's go ahead and get him into robot mode so we can check out that mode. All right, so we're back once again. Here is Skrapnel in his robot mode. He doesn't come with his weapon, with his, I think he came with a reflector, and he doesn't come with that in this version. He doesn't come with anything other than what you see with this figure right here in what I've shown off. So if you did want to give him a weapon, like you could say, we'll just take the same Prime Master that we were messing with earlier, and we'll reuse that. Now you have a weapon, and yeah, the same thing. These guys are real heavy, and the Prime Masters are real heavy, or the weapon versions of them. And these guys are super small, so it kind of pulls them forward whenever they try to hold any of these weapons. All right, so something that I saw whenever I did the first transformation of this guy. If we come into, where is it? I have to kind of halfway transform it to show you the area. But there's an area right here that you take these legs and you flip up like that. Well, the first time I transformed him, I don't know if this part right here was a little too big. It stressed it out big time. And you can see it a little bit right here also on this side. So you'll probably get that with this mold. Now going for articulation, this back kibble kind of hinders a lot of stuff with these legs. Just kind of going back here. So starting off at the head, his head turns. It's probably a pin joint in there, kind of like this, where it's like a flat pin from the underside, so it just turns left and right. You have a ball joint right here. You've seen that I lift this up to kind of get that all out of the way, and then you have the ball joints forward, back, out to the side. You have a ball joint here at the elbow, so forward you can turn his hand left and right, but you get hindered sometimes because of the insect legs. And you come down here to the hips. It's a ball joint, so back, and you see that you're hindered. Forward, out to the side. You have your knee joint, which is a ball joint also, so you can do all kinds of twisting with the leg on there. And the toe can point down, but that's mainly because of transformation. So. All right, so that's going to do it for the review of Skrapnel. Don't forget to come back tomorrow, because we will have the transformation if that's what you're looking for. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you already have, then I will see you tomorrow. And thanks for watching.